Hello, my dear friends. Let us continue with our lecture, that is the Indian Contract Act 1872. In that, we were seeing chapter number 4, that is performance of contract. Already we have covered some of these sections, so let us move ahead. So, in today's class, we are going to see the time and place for performance of the promise. In this, we have to cover 5 sections, that is section 46, 47, 48, 49 and 50. So let us start with the first section, that is section number 46. So let us see the first section, that is section number 46, where no application is to be made by the promisee and no time is specified, but place has been already decided by the parties. In that case, promise must be performed within a reasonable time. What is reasonable time? It depends on case to case. Okay. See, for example, A promised that he will paint B's house at Bangalore. What is the place? It is Bangalore, right? Time is not yet specified. So, in that case, A has to perform the promise within what? Within the reasonable time. That means he has to paint the B's house within the reasonable time. That is given under section 46. So let us move ahead. Come to section number 47. See what section 47 tells. Section 47 tells that time is specified and place is also specified, and no application is to be made by the promisee. In that case, perform the promise at any time during the usual hours. See this. This is important. What they are saying? In the usual hours of business on such day. Such day means what? The time, that is the date already fixed, and at the place at which the promise ought to be performed, at such time and such place as already decided by the parties, at the usual hours of business. What is the usual hours of business? It can be taken as from morning 10 to evening 7 or 8 p.m. Okay. So on such date and such place. Say for example, Mr. A has promised that he will send the goods to Mr. B on which date? On 30th September 2020. So time is already fixed and place where it has to be sent to B's godown. Okay, so time and place are fixed and no application to be made by Mr. B. In that case, Mr. A can perform his promise within the usual hours of the business, that is morning 10 a.m. to evening 7 to 8 p.m. Right? Clear? Let us move ahead. Come to section number 48. In section number 48, day is already decided, but it requires what? Application by the promise is required. Then we have to see section number 48. In that case, it is the duty of the promisee to apply at proper place and within the usual hours of business. Let us learn this section with the help of an example. See, A promises to service B's car on 1st January 2020, provided that B reminds him what? That his car is to be serviced on 1st January. So B has to apply for the service to Mr. A and give his car for servicing, right? So in this case, it is the duty of the promisee to apply for the performance, right? At proper place. At proper place means what? At the repair shop, B has to send his car, not at the residence of A. See, in first case, B communicates his arrival at A's residential address. Servicing of car will be done at where? At the shop. But here, B is communicating that he will send the car at where? At the A's residential address. So it is not a proper place. And in this case, it is not a proper place. Then application has to be at the within the usual hours of business. B communicates his arrival on morning 5 a.m. Is it a usual hours of business? No, it is not a usual hours of business. So that is why this application is also not a valid application by the promisee. So section 48 tells what? The day is already fixed and the promisee has to apply for the performance of the promise. In that case, it is the duty of the promisee to apply where at proper place and within the usual hours of business. These points you have to remember, important things. Okay, so let us move ahead. Come to section number 49. See, no application by promise is required, no place is fixed, but time is already fixed, that is 1st January 2020. In that case, what happens? See, so for example, A has promised to deliver goods to B on what date? 1/1/2020. Time is already fixed. B is not required to make any application to A. In that case, it is the duty of the promiser. Okay, duty of promiser to apply to the promisee for what? To fix the proper place for performance of his promise, and at that place the promise has to be performed. Say for example, B is having 3 godown 1, 2 and 3. Now A will ask Mr. B on 1st January 2020 where the goods are to be sent. Then B will specify any of these godown where the goods are to be delivered, and after that A can deliver the goods to that godown, right? That is nothing but section number 49. So let us move ahead. We'll come to last section, that is section number 50, where the manner of performance or time of performance will be described by whom? Prescribed by the promisee, right? Say for example, rupees 2000 is payable by B to A. Now A desires that the amount is to be paid in A's bank account, right? He don't want it in cash. He told that go and deposit the amount in my bank, that is SBI, right? Here the manner of performance is told by A to B, right? Second one, A payable to B is 20,000, B payable to B is 12,000. So they have agreed that we will set it off and the balance amount only will be paid or received. So A payable to B balance amount will be how much? Only 8,000. So to the extent of 12,000, the liability is treated as what? Discharged. Clear? One more example we will see. A payable to B rupees 2000. Instead of 2000, B ready to accept what? Goods worth rupees 2000. Here, once the goods are delivered from A to B, the whatever amount is payable by A to B gets discharged, or it will be treated as performed by Mr. A, right? So these are some of the sections we have seen where time and place of supply for performance of service. We have seen section number 46, 47, 48, 49 and lastly section number 50. Revise it properly. Okay. Thank you everyone. Enjoy the learning.